Welcome back to Track Chic Live here on Race Fan Radio. We're broadcasting here from the Mopar Speed Shop at PRI. Great to be with you. Thank you to RFR Cars for having us here today. My guest today is Colbi Bradley, the name to know in the industry, everybody's track darling. Track Chic, if you aren't familiar, my name is Theresa Earnheart. I'm the other Theresa Earnheart, president of Track Chic, the new social phenomenon for female motorsport fans. We're proof that motorsports isn't just a good old boys club anymore. Part of Track Chic's mission is really to bring together and give voice to the female fans and also showcase the women in the industry, which is why we're glad to have Colbi with us here today. And you're going to be a regular guest on Track Chic Live radio program on racefanradio.com, giving us the real story of what it takes for a young woman today to do everything you have to do. You're a student at Georgia Tech, you're trying to get seat time, all of the business preparation plans you're trying to get together, sponsorship deals you're trying to pull together. How hard is it to balance all that?
Man, I mean to tell you something, it takes a lot of balancing and juggling to do it all, but it's so worth it in the end. I mean, you come to events like this and you realize that it's so worth it to be in this industry, and it just gives you that extra fire in your butt to keep going. You know, school is obviously keeping me very busy, and I find that education is top priority, but racing is my passion, my #1 passion. So with that being said, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get to the top.
Well, you've been racing since you were 4 years old, growing up in the shop with your dad. Tell us a little bit about your career to date, what the different circuits you've been competing in.
Right. Well, like I said, I started when I was 4 years old, and my dad built my very first go-kart, and we started doing a little bit of dirt oval racing, which was quite the experience. Got out of that pretty quick and onto sprint track racing in Dallas, Texas, racing on a track, North Texas Cartway. And got a lot of seat time there, and got through the rankings at NTK, and then shortly after moved to Atlanta, Georgia in 2000, and was lucky enough to build a relationship with Dennis Spencer of Spencer Motorsports, who supplied me with an 80cc shifter kart, and ran in the Big South Road Racing Series here in the Southeast, and you know, worked my way through that, and had some successes there, and worked with people like Johnny O'Connell and coaching me and mentoring me, and soon went into the 125 shifter kart. Where actually I was too young to race, and had a hard time with that. It was another uphill struggle for me.
Attitude problem?
Right, yeah. So I worked my way through the 125, eventually got old enough to legally race in the 125 shifter kart, and I had a great time in it. I've learned a lot of stuff, and I'm actually still doing a few races in that now. We're going to be down at Daytona for Kart Week, the World Championships, and hopefully going to go for the win. We were there last year and finished second by inches, so going for the win there, and I'm also doing some stuff in the cars, doing a lot of historic sports car stuff. I know you've been out there with me. Have a little segment on the website, so doing some historic stuff, and hopefully looking to do the MX5 Cup next year.
Oh, that would be totally cool. How hard is it now? Let's just put life in perspective. How hard is it to have this as a commitment, a total passionate commitment, and studying hard? But Georgia Tech isn't an easy school. How do you balance? How do you find time for track time, seat time, sponsorship time, putting together proposals, that type of thing, and what you're doing at Georgia Tech? Or are you failing?
No, not failing yet, thank goodness. But you know, honestly, I have found that it's not a challenge. It's actually become a great opportunity for me to be able to use what I've learned as a business management major at Georgia Tech towards my marketing and my PR in racing. You know, I've gone to a lot of seminars this weekend talking about business partnerships in racing and finding those partnerships to be able to go along with your career. And a lot of what I'm learning with those are things that I've been learning and testing on in school, and it's really exciting to know that what I'm doing in school is going to take me further in my career.
So you're applying the classroom logic to everyday life. Well, tell us about, speaking of business partnerships, you're here at PRI representing
Free Minds SRL. It's an Italian-made suit and glove and shoe company that is very, very popular in Italy in the car industry there, and is slowly building up their brand name here in America with, I'm going to tell you, one of the best suits I've ever worn.
Really?
Absolutely.
And what's their website?
It's freeminds at .iet, I believe. It's an Italian company.
And what's the booth number where you're hanging out? Come get autographs?
Yeah. Booth 913. We're over in the karting section, so please come on by, and we'd love to help maybe get your measurements and get you in a suit.
That's very cool. And so you've got the karting competition coming up pretty soon. How are you getting time off from school? Is that during school break?
Yeah, luckily the kart race is during school break, but like I've told you over and over again, you know, it's all about those relationships you make with your professors, because actually I just happened to practice this myself here over final exams just before the show. I had to get one of my final exams moved up early so I could come down here, and luckily she was all about it and loved what I was doing, loved what I'm trying to do, and helped support me in that. You know, some teachers don't care at all, some love it, and luckily for me, I have a lot of them on my side, so juggling it a lot.
Yeah, there's been some really exciting news this last week about Danica Patrick signing on with JR Motorsports and that type of thing. Now, obviously, she represents the face of women in motorsports today, but really, she had to go through these very steps that you and so many others are going through, and so that represents the pinnacle of success. So what words of advice would you give to other young girls that are trying to follow in your footsteps and eventually reach her level of success?
Well, you know, first off, I have to commend Danica for what she's done. As a racer, I see what she's doing. As a race car driver, we want to drive whatever we can get our butt in, you know, whether it's a stock car, it's an Indy car, it's you know, a dirt oval car, whatever it may be, we want to drive it because we want to go fast. But on the business side of it, I know it's going to be an uphill struggle for her, and I wish her the best of luck with everything that she's doing. But as far as people trying to get into this, grassroots motorsports is growing and growing every day. How affordable it is. We were just speaking yesterday about the clone car series. I mean, the engines are like $100. So people are able to get into this industry easier and easier every day. And all it takes is the right motivation to do it. How bad do you want it?
Very cool. Well, you're going to be keeping us updated, and we've got your story on the website on trackchic.com on our Women Behind the Wheels interview feature, as well as your recent accomplishments there at Road Atlanta. That was so much fun. Well, you're going to be joining us from time to time, checking in with us, giving us updates on all of your challenges and achievements in trying to push forward your racing career. So you can join us on Track Chic Live every Thursday at 7 o'clock. On racefanradio.com. We'll be checking back in a few minutes with Natalie Fenaroli. That's a name you're going to want to remember. Impressive. I got to give her credit. Really, absolutely amazing. But so stay tuned. We'll be right back with Natalie. We're going to tell Miss Colby goodbye, and we'll be checking in with you soon. And thanks again to RFR Cars for presenting this live PRI show here from the Mopar Speed Shop. We'll be right back.